You can strive to address these changes through your own individual platforms. So whether it's a blog or your social media, detail your opinion along with tangible ways to make the most of it. We must become focused on doing what must be done to ensure growth and profitability in the future, which is not going to be an easy road for us. So we really need to, one, be leaders. My next point is be innovators. And this is a quote from Steve Jobs, which some people would consider one of the greatest innovators of all times, if you're a big Apple lover. And he says, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Innovation is about turning a vision into new products or services. I think that ultimately that is true, but I also do think that it's also more about, you know, reimagining things that already exist already. The characteristics of a great innovator and a great company is they see a space that others do not. They don't just listen to what people tell them. They actually invent something new, something that you didn't know that you needed. But the moment you see it, you say, ah, I must have that. Innovators understand innovation never happens in vacuum. They value, build, and sustain active, vibrant. So instead of see it as an opportunity to identify strengths and weaknesses. Oops. If we can go to the next slide, which is be collaborators. Be collaborators. If you know me, and many people that if you're around me a lot, you'll hear me say the same. Collaboration is a powerful tool for business owners, and it's a lot of the work that I also do together, private and public sector partnerships, and, you know, developing out that. So collaboration is such a powerful tool as a business owner, regardless of the type and the size of your business. It is the connections that you form with others and the different ways you collaborate with those people you form connections with that will help you to grow your business in travel. Being successful in business consistently make connections and form alliances would dwindle if you continued to network and sell to the same group of people over and over again. While every contact you make may not result in a collaboration, every time you reach out to someone to explore the possibility, you are expanding your network. And Dane just recently mentioned that we collaborated initially on the Akwaaba conference in Nigeria last year. What she forgot to mention is that we actually connected via social media probably about 2 to 3 years prior to that, you know, so it might not happen immediately. And it was just a random connection that we found each other on social media, and result, we had that amazing collaboration that happened last year. The next one is to be digital disruptors. So don't be fooled by the term disruption. People always get a bit scared when they hear the word disruption. Many people misinterpret this as meaning that is a process of, as a negative process, basically. But in reality, it is only a negative force for those who choose to ignore it or try to fight it. Those who embrace it often find that it can benefit their business in various ways, contributing to their success. This panel today are much more savvy than previous generations. And the way in which people use and interact with technology has definitely changed enormously in a very short period of time. And I think within the last few months, it's even skyrocketed. So there is a new breed of entrepreneurs who are very adept at understanding the potential of digital disruption and inventing new services. So it's really how can we target and get those younger individuals into our organizations or into our travel businesses so that they can utilize their skills to help drive our businesses. I mean, for young people, your relationship right now with digital technologies can be a the first to adopt new digital technologies, the TikToks, the Instagram, and you absorb these things really quickly. So it's important that you think now, how can I utilize it from a more personal standpoint to utilizing it within my business to share those authentic stories about Africa. So there's tremendous opportunity here because digital offers potential for you to really place. What is important, and one thing that I will know is training and awareness raising, as well as mentorship, to really help to drive that change. And lastly, my fifth point is be distinctly different. It sounds easy, I know, but for me, it's usually one of the most challenging parts of when I'm working with a brand to help them to achieve differentiation. Carving out that unique niche in the market, particularly in today's very competitive marketplace, being distinctly different can be a challenge, but it is absolutely essential for your business success. One of the things that I always tell my clients, always do, is to consider how unique your position is in a longer term, and always, and if 2020 has taught us nothing, but always but ready for change. Every brand needs to be on top of trends in their industry, knowing what the customers want, not just now, but what they want in the future. An identity is only good if it resonates with your customers, and a story is only of you. So be ready to offer something new and exciting, staying relevant to your target audience. And the last slide, it says, one of my favorite quotes, there is exactly as much opportunity in the world as you are willing to work for. Thank you, guys.
Wow, thank you so much, Jamie Lee. She's delivered brilliantly with so many key pointers for us to take home. She's given us 5 key points on that keynote, and she's charged us basically as young people in the tourism industry to be leaders, be innovators, be collaborators, be disruptors, and be distinctly different. I know it all sounds like, oh, Jamie is saying this because she's an expert, and how do we, take this on? But yeah, it's a great charge, and I believe that before we leave this conference, we'll have, more power and more push to actually be these things and be more basically for our industry to grow and for tourism to grow in Africa.